What's up? What's up? What's up? Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Sorry for the late start. Sorry for the late start. Can y'all hear me? Is everything sounding pretty good? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right, so we have some topics to go over today. Want to make sure. Hold on. Let me see. All right, there we go. I think we're good. Here we go. Let me put this out there. Sorry about that, guys. All right. There we go. Things sounding. All right, are we good? Are we good? Turn me up. Turn me up. Turn me up. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think everybody can hear me, right? All right. I think everybody can hear me. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Can y'all hear me? All right, I think we're good. All right, we're live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for tuning in today. We got some topics to go over today as usual. So do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button. Yeah, man, let's get the show started. Wait, hold up. I try to sit up higher in my chair. Oh, here we go. All right, that's better. All right, got to get comfortable. All right, guys, so we got a topic here that we got to discuss. A new multiplayer FPS game for the PS5, and we're gonna go over some details here that was shared, and this is shaping up to be a Call of Duty killer. At least Sony right now, they need a lot of multiplayer shooters, which we already know that they have multiplayer stuff, a lot of multiplayer stuff in the works. So we're going to be going over this right here on the channel today. So we're going to break this thing down, and we're also going to talk about the Series S. Okay, and this was a conversation that we had before with the performance of the Series S and what developers have to say about it. This was like stemming back from like 2020. If you guys remembered, we did talk about this a lot briefly in the past, and yeah, it was not good. A lot of people were saying what they were saying about the Series S, but like I always tell people, like, don't expect the Series S to give you 4K 60, or don't expect it to give you high performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all depends on the game, how big the game is, and how, you know, the developers are able to get the game running on the box. You know what I'm saying? How scalable the game is, or whatever the case may be. But this is very, very critical, because as we get deeper and deeper into next generation, there are some games that are really massive, and you know, developers, they need more RAM, or they need more GPU performance, or CPU performance, or whatever the case may be, and they don't want to feel like they're literally bottlenecked to anything at all. So we're going to talk about this right here on the channel today with the Series S. We're also going to talk about Hogwarts Legacy release date. At this point in time, I would say it's safe to say that we have a stamp of approval as far as like a release date goes for this game. And also Tobii right now is in talks with Sony to provide PSVR 2 eye tracking tech, which is very, very interesting. So we're going to talk about that as well. And also, Xbox is very unlikely, like I've been telling people, but nobody wants to listen to me at all whenever I say, hey man, when it comes to American company, it's very, very hard, extremely hard for American companies to come in and try to buy a Japanese company. You know what I'm saying? Because they have certain rules, certain barriers that they're just like, it's just not happening. You know what I'm saying? So I was saying that before, and of course I got nailed to the wall like I always do for saying what I was saying and whatnot. And I think a lot of people really want you know, Microsoft to buy certain Japanese studios and everything like that. And from what I was hearing, that Capcom was next on the block, because we have a company out there in Saudi Arabia that is trying to potentially buy Capcom or something like that. But hey, like I said before, and I'm gonna say it again, it's very unlikely. And I was saying that earlier, but hey, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna break this thing down as well. And we're gonna talk about Mark Cerny's new game as well. And a lot of people are saying, well, maybe it's Knack, you know what I'm saying, Knack 3 or something like that. A lot of people were saying that, but hey, who knows? Maybe it might be something completely different. Only time will tell. But hey, there you go. Now we're going to talk about Dying Light 2 when it comes to this patch for Dying Light 2 and for the Series X. So in this particular case, with the next Dying Light 2 patch, it will enable some really, really good FPS for the Series X and everything like that. So that's pretty good there. We're going to break that down. Also, we're going to talk about Bully 2. Now, in spite of the announcement that we had with GTA 6 and everything like that, we still need to talk about the whole situation with Bully 2 here. So it's resurfacing as we speak right now. So sit back, relax. We do have some more stuff on the show to kind of go over as well. So do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button. And I'm not on Twitter today, so if you guys can tweet out the stream or whatever it is, it definitely would help out, because I don't really have the time currently right now. But anyways, we're gonna dive into our first story here, and this has to do with the new PS5 multiplayer game. Okay, and like I said before, I know a lot of people are salty behind the live service situation, but hey, you can expect a lot of live service games coming out from Sony, you know what I'm saying, you know, by now in 2026. And so that's what, like 4 years from now. So hey, 10 live service games. There's definitely a lot of, you know, multiplayer stuff. I mean, they're trying to do co-op stuff. I mean, they're trying to do a bunch of stuff, right? So let's dive into this multiplayer situation, because that's something that I've been saying that Sony really needs right now. I know there were talks that, hey, SOCOM is coming back. Like recently, there were some little rumblings there with Colin Moriarty talking about SOCOM and this and that. I mean, SOCOM would be great, you know what I'm saying? But I think what it is that right now, Sony needs more developers right now, more than anything else. Like, people have been saying, oh, Sony needs to make this game, Sony needs to make that game, Sony needs to bring this game back, you know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that right now, all of the studios, all of the 17 studios that Sony got right now, all hands is on deck right now, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is busy doing something. So you want this and this and that. I mean, obviously you could get Blue Point Games, and I mean, we heard that they're working on something, right? So you need more devs, you know what I'm saying? Hence why you need a little more studios, you know, if you really want, or you can outsource or whatever the case may be. And like I said, Sony can make their own type of Metal Gear type of game, or they can make their own type of Call of Duty killer type game, or whatever the case. They can do it, you know what I'm saying? They have the talent, but do you have enough developers to do it? Because right now, Naughty Dog is working on multiple games as we speak right now, right? Multiple games, they said. Insomniac is full right now. They got Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, supposedly a new multiplayer Marvel game or something like that. I mean, all their developers right now are at mass capacity with workflow. So if there's not already you know, pre-existing IPs like before, which we heard from Herman Holtz that half of them are in development when it comes to, like, you know, pre-existing IPs, and then brand new IPs are in the works as well, like 12 or 13 of them. So there's definitely like 25 plus games that are currently like in the works for the PlayStation 5. And so, like I said before, like, a lot of people want them to do this and they want them to do that, but at the same time, you know, they would need a little bit more hands-on. So let's dive into this new multiplayer shooter situation here. And like I said before, the more games you have, the better it is for you, because it just adds a lot of more, you know, flavor into what you're doing as far as like your live service situation and DLC and all that type of stuff, because that's how they make their money. So make sure you guys hit that share button, hit that like button. I'm depending on you guys today to hold us down when it comes to liking and sharing and all that type of stuff. All right, so diving into it here. So Deviation Games are working on, I'm gonna say it again, I'm gonna put it in quotations, are working on a world-class FPS. Okay, so this is really good, which we already know that they are working on a FPS game, but this is a world class, and this is coming via Oops Leaks out on Twitter. So they're working on a world class FPS that is planned to be supported for years. Live service, there you go. Like I said before, the live service is not completely bad, depending on how you do it, because I know a lot of people are like, man, this is gonna be bad, you know, this is all Sony's gonna be focusing on. They're gonna be jumping away from, you know, the whole traditional single player aspect of things, which that's not true, because that's still happening. Herman Holtz, head of Worldwide Studios, said that, yo, we're still going to be making our bread and butter, which is single player games. That's never going to go away, but Sony needs to make money, right? They need to make extra money to make these single player games. I mean, where's that money going to be coming from? Live service games, you know what I'm saying? They DLC, microtransactions, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So according to this, it's a world-class FPS game, right? That is planned to be supported for years, if not generations. Wow. So Sony, this is what I'm saying. If that doesn't sound like a COD killer or a COD competition, this is good for Sony. This is good for Sony, that they're really trying to you know, get talent that can produce games that can have this much longevity, right? So if it's not just being supported for years, sort of like how Destiny is, right? It's not just supported for years, but if not generations. So this is more of a generational thing that they're going to be doing with this new project, right? On top, I know we believe in generations. I know the whole thing with Jim Ryan, but we just let's just focus on what's being said right here. Let's just focus on what's being said right here for right now, because I know the whole we believe in generations is out the window, right? But this is what they're saying about this game. If not generations, the project will receive many modes. So it's going to have a bunch of modes in this FPS game, right? Including heavily story driven single player. Now, listen, we already know that this is what Sony has been doing since the beginning of time. They're the ones that are sitting here saying, listen, like, we're known for our single player driven games. This is Sony DNA up in here already. Single player. So it's going to be heavily single player driven. And COD, I would say the Modern Warfare series, when it comes to story, is just a lot better than all the other CODs, except with the exception of Black Ops. So Black Ops 1 and 2, I think the story was phenomenal, but after Black Ops 2, I was just like, whatever the case may be. But yeah, with the exception of Black Ops, right? Like the like Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, I thought the story was like really good and everything like that. But this, I mean, to really combat with COD, I mean, if you have something that's heavily story driven to where people can actually, because Destiny, I didn't really get into Destiny story. Like, I don't even know, I wouldn't even call that a story, to be honest with you. But to have something that has heavily story driven single player elements in it, you know what I'm saying? And man, that's crazy, right? So it's gonna have the heavily story driven campaigns and multiplayer, right? So the multiplayer portion, which is aimed both for arcade modes and competitive ones. So you're gonna have an arcade, because COD is generally arcadic, right? So yeah, you got an arcade mode, right? And you have competitive. So if you really want to dial in and kind of dig in just a little bit, then there you go. You'll definitely have a competitive mode for those people who really want to just kind of dive in just a little bit here. On top of that, it says that the project is ambitious, but is in the early stages of production, so things could change a few more times. Now, the first official information should be expected within a year, and the release of the game is currently scheduled for 2024. So that's 2 more years from now, considering that they started development, you know what I'm saying, recently. So yeah, I think it was in 2021 they started it. No, I think it's this year. They started full development this year. So I mean, 2 more years, I guess that sounds reasonable. They started development early this year, start kicking in things into high gear this year. So 2 more years and this game will be ready to go. At least 2023, we should be able to see some type of gameplay or something like that. Yes, I'll definitely check Twitter and everything like that. So let me know what you guys think about this, because honestly, oh, PlayStation could move to acquire. Ooh, okay. Breaking news. We got something. All right. We gonna squeeze Sony in here. We got some news that just came in. Hey, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank y'all so much for the support, for bringing in the news and stuff like that. I didn't even see this when I was gathering up the news for today. But yeah, this is some big PlayStation news that I think a lot of people will be happy about. All right, so diving into our next story here, we have to talk about the Series S, right? And like I always tell people ask me, hey, I don't have enough money, but I want a next-gen console. How much money are we talking about? Oh, I only have $300. Can you save $200 more and get a much more powerful and much more premium system? No, I only have $300. Well, you only can get the Series S. Do you have an extra $100? Can you buy a PS5 digital? No, I don't like PlayStation 5. I don't like PlayStation. I like Xbox, and I only have $300. Okay, well, get you a Series S. But don't sit there and expect amazing performance on every single game, or, you know, higher than 60 FPS, even though the system is marketed at a 1440p 120 FPS. That's not for every game, and that's why I keep telling people. So diving into our next story here, do me a favor, guys, hit that like button, hit that share button. Matter of fact, let's see if I can put us out on Twitter as well, so that will kind of help us out, because let's see here, because I don't want people missing out on this information, man, and then coming back and say, hey, Marlon, didn't hear what you were talking about. So let's take a little bit of time here to jump on, put this out there for you guys, because I want to make sure that everybody has a fair chance. But like I said before, remember I was telling you guys this, right? Like when it comes to the Series S, that's the problem right there. Obviously, it has the same CPU as the Series X, but not the same GPU, right? And a lot of developers were kind of complaining, saying, hey, it's not powerful enough. The RAM is almost equivalent to last generation, which is like the Xbox One X and, you know, original. I don't think the original Xbox One, but like comparable to like the One X, being that it's the more powerful one. But they were saying that the RAM speeds are not fast enough. There's not enough RAM there, you know, for them to do what they need to do and stuff like that. So we have to really understand here that a lot of developers, depending on the game, like I said, this is subject to the game. We heard it from the Outer Worlds developers with, I think they were trying to do the Outer Worlds 2 or whatever the case may be, and they were saying the same thing. So like I said before, you can't really expect insane 1440p 60 FPS or 1440p at 120 FPS. You cannot expect that on every single game, because some games and everything is not scalable. Like scalability is limited. I try to tell people that all the time. Like, thank you so much, Eva Monkey, for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate the love and the support. Scalability is limited, right? So you're limited to what you can do with that, and it all comes down to how talented the developers are, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of different things that I really wanted to sort of highlight here, so people can understand. Now I can see how some people could take this as a console war particular situation and try to push the narrative, but it comes down to the developer and what they can do. So diving into our next story here, we have to talk about the Series S and the performance from Dying Light 2. Now, Dying Light 2 is a game that I haven't even picked up yet, because looking at the spreadsheet as far as performance, and I'm like, bro, this game needs a little bit more time in the oven. Like, if you look at Dying Light, I played the original Dying Light and how that game kind of looked and played, and then you look at Dying Light 2, it's like a Walmart version, you know what I'm saying, of the original Dying Light. It's like, bro, the sequel is supposed to be looking bigger and better, and I know a lot of people are disappointed with 1080p, but at least in the FPS department, a lot of people think that the FPS should be more. And, you know, if you have a Series S, I mean, that's not looking too good for you. And that's where the bottleneck is. That's where a lot of people would complain and say, well, Marlon, I'm not too happy with the performance I'm getting from the box. Well, that's what I'm telling you. Like, that $300 can only get you so far when it comes to performance and what you expect from the box. So Dying Light 2 lead designer says Xbox Series S GPU is holding us back from 60 FPS, right? And obviously the standard for a next generation box, right, is 60 FPS, right? And Microsoft is marketing this system as a what? As a next generation console. It's a entry-level next generation console. Even though the marketing says on the box 1440p up to 120 FPS. Toyota Coaster, thank you so much for being a member. Welcome to the channel, my G. Do me a favor, go to the community tab where you'll find access to our private Discord, as well as my PSN and my Xbox ID. Add me on there. Welcome, Toyota, one of my favorite car companies. I have a Toyota Tundra, by the way. So shout outs to Toyota Costa for becoming a member. Shout outs. Thank you so much. All right, so let's dive right off into this one here. All right, now, since Dying Light 2 released on Xbox, there has been a lot of discussion surrounding each version of the game. Now, while the Xbox Series X and PS5 ports are broadly similar, all right, so there's really no different similarities between both versions of the game. But when it comes to Series X and PS5, but the Xbox Series S version contains limited performance options. Obviously, the bottleneck there is the GPU, right? So which we already went over that already. We had developers saying the same thing in 2020 about the limited amount of RAM, the limited amount of GPU power, and all of that type of stuff, right? While the CPU is the same as the Series X, but also in the RAM department, the RAM is a lot slower and it's not as fast as the one in the Series X, right? Hence why I tell people, hey, listen, if you are just on a budget, I understand, but don't expect amazing performance on every single game. Toyota, thank you so much for the $10. Says, hey, Marlon, it's me, FaZe, back from the silence. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love. All right, so the 30 FPS limit in Dying Light 2 seems to come down to the weaker GPU that's in the Xbox Series S. All right, and the lead designer on Dying Light 2 revealed this limitation when responding to fans' concerns. Says, we are fixing the co-op issues first. The demand broke Sony, Microsoft, and Epic servers. All right, motion sickness will be addressed in the first upcoming patch. FOV plus motion blur will be considered for next. 30 FPS on the Series S will be looked at, but the console's GPU is holding us back. All right, so they're saying that they're going to look into it. They're going to try to look into it to see if they can up the FPS, because I'm pretty sure if you own a Series S and that's the only new Xbox console you have, I'm pretty sure you're pissed off right now because you're only limited to 30 FPS. And a game like Dying Light 2, you need that 60 FPS. You need that buttery smooth gameplay, and it's okay, because if you're demanding ray tracing and you're demanding 60 FPS on every single game, I'm sorry, the Series S is not for you. You need to save up a little bit more money and get you a Series X if you really want 60 FPS across the board on everything with ray tracing, depending on the developer, because like I said, scalability is very, very limited. You know what I'm saying? And it comes down to the developer on what they're able to do and what they're able to create. All right, so let's dive a little bit much more deeper into this. Now, the good news is that the developer is aware of the requested improvements, which could lead to a 60 FPS mode in the future. All right, now the request for a FOV slider, motion blur, and motion sickness issues have been acknowledged and are being worked on. Now, some improvements will be included in the first post-launch patch. Okay, now requests for a 30 FPS on Series S or 1080p in a prefer or sort of like situation here needs attention, right? Obviously, a lot of people don't want 30 FPS on their Series S. They want at least 60 FPS. Okay, we're at 1080p. We're not at 1440p, but we need 60 FPS. So they're going to try to see it, but because of the limited performance, because of the bottleneck of the GPU when it comes to the Series S, that's where they're having problems right now. Now, let's dive right off into what the lead designer is actually saying here again. Also gave a little insight into the causes that these performance limitations. Now, they could use that AMD DLSS technology, the super resolution, and try to up the frames a little bit. I don't know if they have their hands on that currently right now, because remember, AMD have their own version of NVIDIA's DLSS, right? So they could potentially use that and try to up the frames a little bit. Like, yes, you're at 1080p, but with that particular technology, they can make it to where it actually looks better than 1080p and up the frames a little bit more to where people can at least get a little bit much more performance. Now, if you have a system like the Series S, I think that's where the DLSS would take full advantage of a system like that, considering that you don't really necessarily have a lot of, you know, grunt under the hood of the GPU, so you can actually use that. Now, check this out here. He said that the lead designer cited that the density of Dying Light 2 open world as a problem for hitting higher frame rates on Series S. So again, depending on the game, like I was trying to tell people before, now in this case, Dying Light 2, it being open world and things of that nature, it's definitely a lot of hardware taxing on the actual GPU here when it comes to this game, because it's open world. There's a lot of things going on, so it's going to really demand more from the GPU. And also, different games have different needs. This is what he said. Dying Light 2 is unique due to the density and verticality of its world. Now, it streams more data than most open world games. Now, if you look at Dying Light 2 right now, like I said before, graphically, a lot of people are not impressed. I haven't played the game yet, but looking at what people have been saying and seeing gameplays for myself, I'm like, man, this game could have looked a whole lot better than this and wouldn't be struggling at 1080p. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not understanding when there's more graphical demand in games that are open world that run at 60 FPS or at least dynamic 4K or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's definitely a lot of different concerns, how the zombies move, how certain things actually, you know, operate into the world and things like that, comparing it to the original Dying Light. So let's dive into the rest of it. He says, surely our optimization skills can improve. So that's one area where I feel like they need to improve with Dying Light when it comes to optimization, because a lot of people have been complaining, saying, man, this game is poorly optimized for next generation. Like, why is it that the Series X and PS5 version is at 1080p and this and that, and the performance mode and all of this type of stuff? It's like, it's just like we need a much more higher resolution than that. So clearly the optimization skill could definitely be improved and everything like that. But please search for the analysis on Digital Foundry. We didn't suck at all. All right, so he's saying that as a development team, they did not suck at all. But at the same time, like I said before, guys, if you want the best performance, right, get a Series X, get a PS5. That's where you're gonna get your smooth 60 FPS across the board, at least, because sometimes developers, oh, they put you at 30. There's some 30 FPS games on PS5, right, that got up to 60 FPS after a while, and I'm like, 30 FPS, really? You know what I'm saying? Whether it's 4K 30 or whatever the case may be, people want 60 FPS, and you need 60 FPS, because I mean, these systems are way more powerful than their last gen counterpart, right? So hey man, let me know what you guys think about 30 FPS. Does it bother you that the Series S is capped at 30 right now? If it is a problem, then you know what you need to do. All right, so let me know what you guys think. And obviously a lot of people are saying that this is a last generation game, Digital Foundry, yada yada yada. So this is what we're actually looking at right now. And I know that some of you guys are literally probably not upset, because some of y'all, majority of you guys, have Series X and PS5. But for people who are, relatively speaking, on the Series S bandwagon, this is what you're looking down the barrel of right now. It said this game only runs at 1080p 60 on the bigger hardware. Are you joking? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, at least, minimum, at least it should have been dynamic 4K. It should have at least been dynamic 4K. And hey, I'm not saying 120 FPS, but at least dynamic 4K at 60 FPS, or at least 4K 60. I think a lot of people wouldn't be complaining if it was 4K 60 across the board between PS5 and Series X, but 1080p 60, bro, on a 9th generation console, yeah, a lot of people are going to be upset about that. A lot of people are like, ugh, like 30 FPS, really? Like, why are we capped at 30 FPS? And a lot of people don't want to play a 30 FPS game. I don't want to play a game that's open world at 30 FPS. Like, no, no. Give me those 60 over 30 any day of the week. You know what I'm saying? So let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. Now, for some people, it doesn't really matter, but it's really sad that they delayed this game before. Remember, Dying Light 2 was delayed, guys, right? And we were thinking that, well, maybe the game was just going to be completely better and things of that nature. And it's going to be better optimized. But now we're seeing the situation that's even going on right now with the Series S. Now, you can't necessarily really blame the Series S in this eye because, hey, it's still 1080p 30 on the Series S. It's still 1080p 30. As far as I'm concerned, it's still 1080p 30 on the Series S. And it's just 30 extra more frames on the next generation consoles at the same resolution. So, listen, the Series S is really not that bad because, I mean, they could have said 720p. Now, if it was 720p, then you got a problem on your hands. But the fact that it's still at 1080p and it's just 30 FPS, that's not terrible. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we already know buying a Series S, you should already know that you're not going to get the same level of performance that you would get on a PS5 and Series X, right? So 1080p 30 is not that bad from a $300 box. It's just that the developer, they have to find a way to scale it. They have to find a way to, you know, make it happen some type of way. You know, it's possible that they can do it. They just have to make some sacrifices here and there and make it happen. But we'll see, you know, how this actually turns out when it comes to the Series S and with them getting it higher than 30 FPS. But we'll definitely see, guys, how it turns out. All right, so diving into our next story here. This is something that I've been talking about on the channel for a very long time. And the crazy part is, right, is that people been getting at me about this like, oh, well, you don't really know what you're talking about. You need to do more research. Oh, you need to do more research, Marlon. You don't want to. I'm like, okay, hold on, slow down here. Slow down, because as far as I'm concerned, if you look at Microsoft and look at what they've been buying over the years, right? If Microsoft was able to buy Japanese studios, that would strengthen their market in the Japanese market, if that makes any sense to anybody, right? And so this is one of the main reasons why I was telling people like, hey, oh, you need to do more research, you need to do this, you need to do that. Bro, if that was the case, for years people have been saying, oh, they need to buy Sega. You know what I'm saying? They need to buy Sega. They need to buy Sega. I'm like, they need to buy Sega. Well, have they bought Sega yet? From years ago? From years ago? Come on, bro. Come on. So diving into our next story, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button. I appreciate you guys coming through and rocking with your boy. Okay, so here we go. All right, first and foremost, let's dive into this one. Xbox is I'm gonna say it again. Xbox is very unlikely to be able to buy big Japanese studios. Okay, big Japanese studios. And so I know that a lot of you guys want them to buy Capcom. Y'all want Microsoft to sit there and buy, especially Capcom or Sega, right? Sega's been in the news more than anything else. Oh yeah, they need to buy Sega and this and that. Why they haven't bought Sega yet? Because they have limits and boundaries to what they can take. Like a lot of Japanese companies, like, nah, we're not selling to you. You know what I'm saying? We're not selling to you or whatever. We decide where we are gonna be. We're not for sale. You know what I'm saying? Or they can decide. They don't have to sit there and say yes, yes, yes. We want to be. They decide who's gonna buy them if they're gonna sell, right? So enough with that. Let's dive into this. But Canton Games Cerny Toto believes Sony is considering making a move in Japan soon. So Sony's next move is gonna be in Japan. This is good news. This is good news because there's so much possibilities of what Sony could do in Japan when it comes to studios. I mean, like I said before, everybody, we were talking about Konami and this and that, but Sony's next move could be in Japan soon. Microsoft, like I said, you got WB, you got Take-Two. I mean, you got so much other American companies that you could purchase, you know what I'm saying? So much more. I think a lot of people really want them to do Take-Two and everything like that. So Xbox will find it very difficult to acquire major Japanese game development studios, should doing so remains a focus for the company, and an analyst has claimed. So here is the realm of the possibility of what we're actually dealing with here, guys. So while it's not beyond the realms of possibility, of course, right? Nathan Brown hits points. Newsletter notes that Microsoft's chances of acquiring the likes of Sega, Square Enix, or Capcom were very slim for several reasons, mostly cultural. So mostly because it's cultural. I told you guys this, right? I told you guys this. I said it's a cultural thing, right? You can't just go up in Japan and be like, I want to get this company, I want to get that company, or I want to buy this studio or buy that studio. I'm the master. Thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate the love and the support. That's just not how it works. That's not how it works, right? So these Japanese companies, they have rules, they have a system in place, right? And basically, Japanese companies are traditionally highly resistant. I told you guys that. They are highly resistant to being bought by an American company or whatever the case may be. So they can put up that flag and say, nope, we don't want to be bought by an American company. We're not selling to no American company. So I said that they're highly resistant to being acquired from overseas, with many insulated from takeover attempts by a Japanese system, right? And so the Japanese system that we're talking about here, Karatsu. All right, so the Japanese system is called Karatsu. And so basically right now, because of that particular Karatsu that is in place, Karatsu sees a business group formed by a member companies from different industries so that they can essentially look out for each other, because they own small portions of the shares in each other's business. So because of that Karatsu, you know, because of that system in place, there are barriers that are there. So Microsoft or anybody else can't just really be like, oh, we need to buy this studio. We need to, it's not that easy. Now, there are exceptions to the rule. Maybe some companies in Japan or some studios might want to sell, but that's one of the main reasons why, you know, Microsoft have been weak in that area when it comes to the Japanese market. That's where they're at the weakest, because they don't have games that really appeals to the Japanese market. But now that they got Bethesda, they got RPGs, they got, you know, more games in their arsenal right now, and plus they got Activision. But at the same time, most Japanese players, they're really kind of into that RPG, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. They're heavy into RPGs, right? Obviously there's different genres, but as far as I know, they're heavy into RPGs and things of that nature. So hey, this is what we're looking at now. Toto said any attempt at a hostile takeover would be a suicide mission, because everybody would leave instantly. Adding, I would bet my house this will never happen. He said this would not happen ever, you know, because they have that system in place. And remember years ago when Microsoft was trying to buy Nintendo, right? And Nintendo laughed. Apparently the story went, Nintendo laughed in their face like, yeah, you gonna buy us? We're not for sale, okay? We're Nintendo and we got lots of money in the bank, and we're not for sale, okay, Microsoft? So go on, get yourself out of here. We're not for sale. So you guys can see from way back then, from like 20 plus years ago, when Microsoft was even trying to purchase a Japanese company, and it was like, no, Nintendo is not for sale. Okay, Nintendo is not for sale. So Mr. Toto here is like, nah, he's willing to bet his house that this will not happen ever. Hopefully this man don't lose his house, because There are exceptions to the rule, like I said before, but it's a very, very, very slim situation here. And let's kind of finish it off right here. It says, and he highlighted cultural and language barriers. Okay, so on top of everything that's been going on here, right there, they have the cultural stuff, and you have language barriers, plus the diversified business portfolio of key players such as Konami's gym business and Sega's resorts as further barriers to entry for Microsoft. So there you go. Because of those, you know, additional business portfolio that's attached to Konami with the gambling stuff that they have, right? And also with Sega with the resorts and stuff like that. So with the machines that they have and everything like that with Konami and everything, we've been hearing about that for a long time now. But that could cause some trouble. You can't just go and buy Sega or buy Konami or buy Capcom or anything like that, because their languages, their barriers, their cultural stuff that they're just like, no, go somewhere else and go with your money somewhere else. We don't care how much money you throw at us. And that's why I was trying to tell people before, like, you can't just go up and, you remember that dude that donated money the other day, and he was like, Marlon, you don't know what you're talking about. Microsoft can buy anybody. No, they cannot. They cannot buy everybody in Japan. They can't just go up in there. Like I said, there are exceptions to the rule, but for years we've been hearing, oh, they need to buy Sega. Oh, they need to do this. No, they have they bought Sega yet? No. And they could have easily well bought Sega if Sega was buyable. I'm just saying. Now, check this out. Nothing can be ruled out in this day and age. Like I said before, there's an exception to the rule, said Toto. Now, he said, but in some ways, Microsoft taking over a big Japanese publisher would be bigger news than the Activision deal. So far, no foreign game company has been able to acquire a Japanese studio. You hear that? No foreign company has been able to acquire a Japanese studio. And I can guarantee you there have been attempts from both Western and Asian players. Okay, now Japan's game developers have consolidated in the past, but as many modern publishers show, including Koei Tecmo, Bandai Namco, Sega Sammy, and Square Enix, this has been virtually entirely kept to domestic companies. So domestic companies that are in the same region, right, in the same country, you can buy whatever you want to buy. Hence Sony. Sony is a Japanese company. They can do whatever they want, right? But if you're in the West, you can forget about it. You know what I'm saying? You can forget about it. And this is something that I was trying to tell people from before. So this works in Sony's favor. This is home court advantage. This is home field advantage for Sony. And so being that it's challenging in this area, like I said before, Sony, people got to understand this. Sony have their strengths, right? Being that Sony is Japanese based, Sony can buy any Japanese studio or publisher that they want, right? Microsoft cannot. So not because you have infinite cash, don't mean that you can buy every single publisher, you can buy every single studio. That is just not gonna happen. And it kills me when I see people sit here and be like, oh, Microsoft is monopolizing the industry by buying every single publisher, by buying everybody up. And I'm like, bro, like, no, they can't buy everybody. They cannot buy everybody. Not because you got $163 billion, I should say. Not because you have $163 billion, don't mean you are going to be able to buy every single studio, every single publisher in different regions. Like, no. If anybody is going to monopolize the freaking industry, is Tencent. They're number one right now, not Microsoft. You get what I'm saying? So it's crazy when you see people sit there and be like, oh no, Microsoft, they spend how much? $70 billion. They spend close to $70 billion and they're still number 3. So if anybody you need to be looking at buying up every freaking thing and monopolizing the freaking industry, it's Tencent, not Microsoft. They still at number 3 after spending almost $70 billion. So I'm not understanding. Like, that's why I keep telling y'all, like, you just have these fanboys and these fangirls. They want to sit there and assassinate Xbox as a brand and try to tear them down because you don't want Microsoft to be in competition. Bro, the better the competition, the better it is for us gamers. Right now, they're forcing Sony's hand. Sony has never acted this way before. They have never acted this way before. They bought Bungie. Listen, we know that they had a relationship with Bungie before with, you know, with Destiny, with the PS4, yada, yada, yada. And they have a plan for them when it comes to new IPs and also, you know, movies and TV shows and their live service stuff that they got coming up. So theoretically speaking, everybody was shocked because they were like, well, you could have bought Square, or you could have bought Capcom, or you could have bought Konami. Why Bungie? You get what I'm saying? So Microsoft is far from monopolizing the industry because they got Activision. No, like it's just, they're far from it. If anything, you need to look at is Tencent, because if Tencent goes on ahead and get Take-Two or EA or whatever the case may be, they got that money, bro. Y'all forgetting about Tencent. They're #1 right now. Sony is #2. You need Microsoft with Xbox in the console space to give Sony some hardcore competition. That's why I keep telling y'all, because if Sony don't have no competition, they're gonna sit back. They're not going to communicate as much. What is one of the biggest problems that we face as PlayStation fans? Come on, I might preaching to somebody today. Come on, man. Start getting your little fans out right now, because I'm preaching. Y'all gonna be sweating when I'm talking right now, son. Check this out. What is the biggest problem that we suffer with Sony? I'll tell you, I'ma wait. Nah, you run out of time. Communication. We want Sony to communicate more. We want Sony to come out and be like, hey, such and such, this is going on. Hey, such and such, this update is blah, 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 blah. Microsoft is more hands on deck. More hands on deck, right? They're so much more talkative and more aggressive, and that's what we want Sony to be. We don't want Sony to be complacent. We don't want Sony to be sitting back in the cut drinking on some coconut water. We want you to be more aggressive. We want you to talk more to your consumer base, and so people can know exactly what's going on. That is the problem here, right? So no, we don't want Sony to dominate the console space when it comes to hardcore games. No, we need Xbox. We need Microsoft there to compete aggressively with Sony. Because if there ain't no competition, bro, it ain't good for gaming. Because you just have Sony and they're gonna be so relaxed. They're gonna drop the ball. When you're relaxed, bro, you're not alert. You're not aggressive. You don't have anything to grind towards, bro. That's when you're at your weakest, because you have nothing motivating you. What is motivating Sony right now to really make aggressive decisions? Microsoft with their deals that they're doing right now. Microsoft is not playing around anymore. They're not playing around anymore. At this point in time, Microsoft is the tiger. Microsoft is the tiger right now. They are sitting here and they're like, you know what? We're tired of getting beat down by Sony. We're tired of getting beat down by Sony. We need to do something. Now, some people can sit there and say, oh, well, you're picking up for Microsoft. It's not picking up for Microsoft. Look at history. Look at what history has shown us. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you guys to pay attention to what I'm saying. Look at what history has shown us from 2013. From 2013. Microsoft made a lot of mistakes. They make up for a lot of that mistake, but they didn't have enough studios. They didn't have enough studios. The Xbox One was a laughing stock when it comes to performance, because you have 900p, 725p, and all these different P resolutions, and then the games wasn't really fully optimized or even running good on the box. Then they try to do this whole DRM situation with us. Like, they messed up big time. But you have to give credit where credit's due with the Series X and S. They are more aggressive. They understand that, listen, we need more studios. Listen, we know we need to be in that quality department cranking out these games. We need more genres of games so that we don't be tied in with a cement block on our feet, making it seem like we're just a shooter box. We're just a Gears, Forza, and Halo box. We need to get up out of that mindset, ladies and gentlemen. I might preaching to somebody today. Okay, we need to be able to have RPGs and co-op games and shooters and racers and all different variety, because listen, on top of what we're doing right now, we're trying to expand so that people can play anywhere, anytime. And if you really want to reach a wider market, you need to expand your genres of games. Hence why Sony is doing the same thing. Sony is trying to expand beyond consoles. They're trying to see how much more green they can get. They're not just limiting themselves just to one box. As a fanboy, you're limiting yourself to what you can see and to what you can support and to what you can play. I might preaching to somebody today. So while you're sitting in your chair, nurturing your little iced tea or your water, pay attention to what I'm saying. It's business at the end of the day. These companies don't care about you. They don't care about me, because we are just a number. We are just a number to these companies, ladies and gentlemen. Once that number fades away, there comes another number. There will always be another number. Okay, so we're just a number. So why sit here and push the fanboy narrative? Why? When there's so much more. You see these companies, how they're operating. You see how they're operating. They're trying to expand. Both Sony and Microsoft is trying to expand. Sony is not the same Sony from the 90s. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to wake up and realize that. Xbox is not the same Xbox from 2013. Okay? They're not the same. They're more aggressive. So Sony has to be more aggressive. Sony has to talk more. Microsoft is provoking them to talk more. Because Jim Ryan sitting back like, whoa, wait a minute, wait, hold up, just a second here. Dang, well, they bought Bethesda. Man, we got to do something. You are causing your competition to be what? More competitive. That's what you're doing. You're trying to get your competitor to be more competitive. So it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. The more competition that you have is the better it is for you, because you're breaking down the fanboy barriers. Is Sony promoting fanboyism? No, they're not. Is Microsoft promoting fanboyism? No, they're not. They're trying to expand beyond the box. The box is the start of the fanboyism. It will always and forever will be. Whatever box you're playing on, it's easy for you to be a fanboy. Whatever piece of plastic you favor, whatever flavor you like, whether it's a green flavor ice cream or a blue flavor ice cream or a red flavor ice cream, it does not matter. Because at the end of the day, while each flavor is going to taste different, yes, for instance, Nintendo games probably don't have the same weight to a lot of people right now than they did back in the 90s. A lot of Xbox games 7, 8, 9 years ago does not have the same weight like these newer stuff that's in development right now. It's a whole different Microsoft, whole different development team. Undead Lab just had what? Another Unreal Engine 5 studio. Microsoft ain't playing no games. Sony right now is not backing down. Sony right now is fighting. Sony ain't even playing no games. They spent $3.6 billion on Bungie. Allocated $1.2 billion just to incentivize developers, which is a good thing, right? So Sony is not playing around. Sony's like, man, they buying up, they bought Activision, now they got Bethesda. Like, we need to do something. We need to do something, and we need to do it quickly, right? Hence why you heard Jim Ryan said, now we're not done, because we don't want to put out there to make it really seem like we're just gonna roll over and let Microsoft come in our backyard and try to take over our house, trying to take over home court advantage. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that Sony has home court advantage. Why? Because they're number one. Why? Because Sony feels like, listen, Our exclusive speaks for themselves. Now we're dipping over more into live service games more than ever before. Within the next 4 years, we have 10 live service games. Sony is being more aggressive. Sony is trying to expand more and more in the mobile segment, in the PC segment, right? Heck, you have their developers pushing Sony. Sony, you need to stop doing this. You need to do this. You get what I'm saying? So it's going to be a very, very interesting dynamic moving forward. Okay? So I really want us to understand that, and not just so much on the fanboy stuff, because it hurts my heart to really see us focus so much on the fanboy stuff. We're just limiting ourselves. There's a storm that is getting ready to come. I've been preaching about the storm since 2020. There's a storm that's getting ready to come, ladies and gentlemen. When that storm comes, make sure you got your umbrella. Make sure your roof is replaced in your house, because it's going to come raining down with games from Sony and from Microsoft. From your number 2 and your number 3 in the gaming division right now. In the console space, number 1 Sony, number 3 Microsoft. It's going to be raining games starting this year and beyond for both Sony and Microsoft. Why should you be a fanboy? Why should you be a fangirl and limit yourself to all of these great games from Sony and Microsoft? Answer yourself that. Answer that question. You know what, man? Maybe what Marlon is saying touched my heart today. Maybe what Marlon is saying touched my heart today. I hope that this mini sermon touched your heart today. Not being a fanboy, but actually just be somebody that's neutral and open-minded and be like, you know what? I'm going to keep my eyes more on Xbox a little bit more than I was before 10 years ago or 7, 8 years ago. I'm at least try to give them the thought. I'm at least put a little bit of thought into it. There's a storm that's coming. Okay. And if you have a dollar store umbrella, it's not going to be enough to shelter you from all the games that's going to be dropping from both Sony and Microsoft. Ladies and gentlemen, play games. Not being a fanboy or a fangirl. Just play games. Play games. Diving into, I hope that sermon helped somebody today to change their heart. Diving into our next story here, we have to talk about something else that is very, very interesting here. And this has something to do with Mark Cerny, right? Because Mark Cerny, as we know, is the man behind the PS5, right? The man behind the PS4, right? And he did a great job, you know, with the PS5 and PS4. Now, obviously, backwards compatibility is something that is actually desirable right now from a lot of you guys. And a lot of you guys want backwards compatibility. Heck, I want backwards compatibility. I think backwards compatibility would be insane. It would definitely be insane for PlayStation 5 fans because there's a demand there. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button. All right, so diving into our next story here. Jade Raymond's studio, Haven, has now tripled in size. So whatever this game is that Jade Raymond Haven Studio is working on is going to be huge for the PlayStation 5. So like I said, it's not like Sony don't have games. Sony don't need to worry about what Microsoft is doing with Activision. What they need to do is dig deep and keep developing the IPs that they already have. They have multiple like multiplayer stuff in the works. They got a bunch of new IPs that they're working on. All Sony has to do is just focus on what they're doing and let Microsoft do what they do and let the best company win. Let the best company win the generation. As simple as that. All right, whoever it really boils down to. So so Haven Studio has been tripled in size as they look to push the PS5 with their debut title. So it seems as though whatever this game is, they're looking to push the PS5. They're looking to push the PlayStation 5. Now, this is coming from an interview with two of the studio's founder, Jade Raymond and Pierre Franciscus, all right, from the website BELVIEU, okay? And Raymond and Pierre basically said that in an interview, coming to PS5 and PC, company has tripled in size. First game, Persistent, scalable, evolving, online environment. Live service. Remember, I tell you, Sony is pushing for 10 live service games by now and 2026. I mean, yeah, 2026. So 4 years from now. Team, now listen to this. Team wants to push the PS5 console and will collab with Cerny. Wow. Listen, we want, as gamers, we want more and more development studios to push these next generation consoles, right? I do believe that these newer games that are in development, like Spider-Man 2, is gonna push the PS5. We're really gonna see what the PS5 is capable of with Spider-Man 2. These next-gen only developed PS5 games are going to really push the hardware. And Jade Raymond is saying with this online game, right, that they're working on, they're looking to push the PS5. That's what we want. Hallelujah. Thank you, God. That's what we want. We don't necessarily want to feel like we're being bottlenecked here. We want to see increase in performance. And so the fact that they tripled in size and they're looking to push the PS5 to its limit potentially, this is really, really good news. So hopefully this brings some sort of good flavor and excitement to really see how this game is going to really look and play, pushing it boundaries and limits to what we can really expect. All right, diving into our next story here, we have to talk about Tobii. Now, I'm pretty sure you know Tobii and stuff like that, you know, with the eye tracking and stuff like that. Anything, I don't know if you guys had laptops before with Tobii eye tracking, and I'm telling you, PSVR 2, man, it's gonna be insane. On top of all the technical stuff that they're actually working on right now, I'm telling you guys, it's a lot of crazy stuff. It's definitely a lot of crazy stuff here, and I really want to just highlight a little bit on this Tobii tracking because it could add different gameplay varieties or whatever to the actual experience. So Tobii is in talks with Sony to provide PSVR 2 eye tracking tech. Okay, so this is really, really good here. All right. And says that's literally all we know right now on the subject. Tobii not commenting any further on the possible partnership, not closing any financial impact on the deal that the deal may have and everything like that. So Sony announced at PSVR 2 last year, but did not disclose any details. So Tobii eye tracking technology, it seems like it's going to be involved with PSVR 2. So that's going to be crazy because Tobii eye tracking is pretty good. All right, so let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section down below. All right, so diving into our next story here, we have to talk about Hogwarts Legacy. Now, Hogwarts Legacy is something that I, generally speaking, really want to see, and can't wait to really play this game and everything like that. So diving into it here, do me a favor, guys, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the share button. It does help out the stream so that we can get more people in the stream. All right, thank y'all so much. All right, so diving into it here, like right now for you guys, Hogwarts Legacy. Now, we do have a release date here, and this is from a art book. All right, so this is from a art book. So this seems like it's set in stone for Hogwarts Legacy as far as release date goes and everything like that. So Hogwarts Legacy art book suggests September 2022 release date. All right, so September it seems as though is when Hogwarts Legacy. Now we still do need to see a state of play on it so we could get like a gameplay kind of like overview or whatever it is. But here we go. It says plans regarding the art book and Hogwarts Legacy itself may change over the coming months. However, this book at least lines up with the 2022 launch aim rather than reports hinting that it was delayed till 2023. So Hogwarts Legacy is shaping up for a September 2022 release date according to the art book here. All right, and on Hogwarts Legacy, because some people have asked, now this is coming from Twitter account NGT on Hogwarts Legacy, because some people have asked about that. Expect a September release. Next trailer is based on skills, abilities in February. March, a PlayStation event in any case. So it seems as though that they're probably going to add some sort of, like, I don't know, like some sort of PlayStation 5 event or something like that with, you know, Hogwarts Legacy involved. So let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section down below. All right, diving into it here, let's talk about Dying Light 2. Now, we just talked about Dying Light 2 being bottlenecked by the Series X and Series S with 30 FPS and everything like that. Developers were saying, like, you know, the GPU is actually holding them back and everything like that. But let's talk about Dying Light 2 with the Series X and what to really, you know, expect and everything like that. So diving into it here, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the share button if you are enjoying the stream and everything. I really do appreciate you guys coming through and supporting me. All right, so Dying Light 2 patch will enable 60 FPS plus VRR mode on Series X alongside a whole lot of bug fixes. Okay, so basically this boost performance mode offers 60 FPS plus playback with the help of Xbox variable refresh rate option. So while it might not hit 120 FPS consistently, this mode will offer increased performance for those with a TV or a monitor that supports HDMI 2.1 and up to 120 FPS per second gameplay. Now, elsewhere, a number of issues should be resolved in the patch, which developer Techland is looking into submit this week. All right, so there's definitely a lot of different updates here that they got to do. They're working on various story blocks, additional video settings, including motion blur, adding backup saves, possibility to enable English voiceover if local language is not English, blocks resulting in player ending in a death loop. So death loop, oh, the irony, no pun intended. And also enabling 60 FPS VRR mode on Series X, so 60 FPS plus. All right, Oak with the 5 says, I got my PS5 and Series X and Switch. I play PS5 and Switch the most though. Real gamers don't limit themselves to one platform. 2022 dudes still fanboying. Yeah, shaking my head. Hey, no cap, bro. That's what dudes do, man. That's what dudes do. You know, they limit themselves to what they can play and what they can see. You know what I'm saying? Because they just want to do this fanboy stuff. These companies ain't even fanboying. You know what I'm saying? They out here trying to get everybody to play their games. Boy, and then you have these fanboys just doing what they doing. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But hey, do what you do. If you want to be a fanboy, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Play games. That's all you got to do. All right, diving into our next story here, we have to talk about Bully 2. All right, Bully 2 is what we're going to talk about. And obviously the rumor has been stemming up again behind Bully 2 and everything. So really want to sort of put some sort of highlight on this once again. And it's like, where there is smoke, there is definitely fire. All right, so rumor, Bully 2 may still be in development despite Rockstar working on GTA 6. I'm praying that this is true, because we got so many rumors, so many speculations behind Bully 2, and we're really hoping that this is really true here. So the insider comments after the whole came after the account Bully 2 source suggests that Henderson was trolling people by giving hope that Bully game was in the series. They said that GTA 6 official confirmation implies that this is now Rockstar's next focus point. In a response, he said, sorry, where did today's announcement say that Rockstar's next focus point? They said that GTA 6 is in development. I still stand by that there's something going on with the Bully series. So Tom Henderson is sticking his head out and he's saying like, look, there's something still going on here. And man, that's huge. When you're putting your credibility on the line like that, I hope for Tom Henderson's sake that it is true. He's very reliable when it comes to Call of Duty and Battlefield and other things as well. But he's sticking his neck out and saying, hey, Bully 2 seems as though that something is getting ready to happen. Fred Miller, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Welcome aboard. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Fred. Make sure you hit the like button and the post notification bell so you never miss out. Thank you. All right. So diving into our next story here. Now, PlayStation, right? Their next move, you know, their next move, okay, as far as acquiring a Japanese studio. And so, like I said before, we already talked about the whole Xbox situation already, so we're not going to necessarily get too deep into that right now. All we're really going to focus on is what's going on here with Sony and what they're doing. So PlayStation could move to acquire a Japanese studio, analysts suggest. So man, this is crazy. And speaking with VGC analyst Dr. Serkin Toto, chief executive officer of consultant Canton Games, believes PlayStation next acquisition could likely be a Japanese studio. So he didn't really specify, but man, I mean, who could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be? Only time will tell. Like I said before, I think Konami would be a good fit, but who knows? Maybe Sony might see something a little bit different. You know, I know a lot of people saying Square Enix. We'll see on that. You know, a lot of people were saying Capcom. We'll see on that. But hey, it could be anybody. It could be anybody at this point. You know, out of those, you know, that I mentioned a while ago. So let me know y'all thoughts, because like I said before, more Japanese studios for PlayStation will be really good, considering that they're strong in that market and everything. So that would be really good, right? So let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section down below, because this is very interesting. All right, Bandai Namco, I don't think Bandai Namco is up for sale. I don't really know, but let me know y'all thoughts on that. All right, so do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button. Please, if you have any questions, we're in the Q&A portion right now. So if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to tag me, and we're gonna dive right off into it. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much for the support, man, for retweeting the streams, for liking the streams and everything, and all of that. So thank y'all. All right. Let's see here. Anybody with questions regarding what I just talked about, come on with it. I have been playing Sifu and stuff like that. Let me tell you, Sifu is a very hard game. I gave the game a 9 out of 10 for various different reasons. But yeah, quality wise, it's there. Control wise, it's very good. But man, it's hard. It's just really hard. The camera gets in the way a lot of times, and it gets repetitive for sure. And you know, I just wish that there were like a little bit much more stuff that you could do with the combat. Like, you know, like let's say like maybe more objects maybe you could pick up rather than just the ones that you can pick up. But hey, we'll see. Let's see here. Come on with your questions. All right. Let's see. It says, will you stream more Sifu? Yes, I'll be streaming more Sifu today on Twitch. So if you want to follow me out on Twitch, feel free to do so. Tag me at Marlin Gaming Nation with your questions. Yes, follow me out on Twitch, because I will be streaming more Sifu today for you guys. More Sifu today. Okay. All right, let's see here. Are you getting Forbidden West? Yes, I will be getting that. Oh yeah, the new chair. Yes. It's right here. The new chair is right here. This is it right here. It's the Mavix M7. I'm not partnered with them yet, but I needed something for my back, something that was very comfortable and things of that nature. But it's like a mesh chair, and right here in the back right here, it's actually let me push it more further to the camera so y'all can see it But that's it right there. You guys know I love red and black. And it has a heated and cool massage thing right here. So it has massage, heating, and cool for your back and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. All right. So there you guys have it right there. That's my new chair. So if anybody wants to ask, thank you so much for subscribing. My man Core, thank you so much for subscribing, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jersey in the building. Let's go. Thank you so much for the follow out on Twitch. Yes, follow your boy out on Twitch, man. Show some love, show some support. Appreciate you. Yeah, it has 7 different settings on it. So you can lean it all the way back. You could put it on vibration for your back, for the massaging and stuff like that. It's really good because I got in a car accident, so my back was messed up and I needed really something. The Secret Lab chair didn't even work out because we had to end up sending it back. So I needed something that's gonna last long. And it also has a 12-year warranty as well. So this chair ran me almost $900, with taxes and everything like that. Almost $900. Josiah Smith, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the love and the support. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jay says dope chair, lumbar support. Yes, sir. Let's see here. Sifu can kick rocks. I'm all about Horizon. Hey, I understand, bro. I understand. Let's see here. Yeah, it's expensive. It's definitely expensive. It comes with a 12-year warranty, but the warranty is kind of sus because I think for the first 2 years they'll pay for shipping, and then I think the next 3 years you're responsible for like shipping and handling and things like that, but they'll replace anything that's broken, and then 7 years for movable parts is like under warranty. So you got a 12-year warranty on the chair. Let's see here. Mr. Call Mr. Miyagi to help you with seafood. Hey, most definitely. I promise I won't beat it up, Gaskin. I won't beat it up. I can't promise you. I can't promise I won't beat it up. PS5 Pro and PS6 control. King Mo, hey, appreciate the love, man. Thank you for the support. Says I'm getting all them games, just waiting for my dang check. Hey, I understand you. Jose says, God bless, Marlon. How are you like seafood? Yeah, seafood is a good game. It's just hard, dude. It's hard. Like my hands are literally hurting from yesterday because you just have to aggressively like press the buttons and move around and stuff like that. I gave the game a 9 out of 10, but like I said before, I love games like that. But when games get challenging, man, you start cussing or you get mad, or like I was trying to play it again last night, man. I just got mad and just like, man, forget this game. But hey, it's just hard, it's just hard. But I will be playing some more today. Exactly, Gaskin. I'm hoping. I'm literally hoping. The Secret Lab chair, the 2020 Evo chairs are having issues right now where they're like squeaking and making a lot of noise and things of that nature. So yeah, that's why we had to end up sending that other one back because it was making a lot of noise when you lean back into it and stuff. 22. I said Evo 22, babes. You said 20. Oh, whatever, I guess. What time are you on Twitch? I don't know, because I have to do something in a little bit. So probably later on tonight. Yeah, because I got to get groceries, pick up groceries and stuff. So I get it later on. I play on there later on tonight. ACG did a survey on what game people are buying this month, and Horizon was a very far distance third game from Dying Light and Elden Ring. Really? Yes. Hit the like button if you did enjoy the stream. Let me see something. Let me check my, hold on. Let me check. All right, so between 7:30 to 8. So yeah, I guess I'll have enough time if I start at 5:30. I'll just do from 5:30 to 7. I'll be fine if I can do 5:30 to 7. I do from 5:30 to 7, guys. General Freddy says, Marlon, get some goat and rice and curry rice. Oh man, that goat is good though, no cap. It says, I'm just more excited for new Xbox exclusive coming out. Got a lot of new Starburst honey. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hey, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be lit. Laugh out loud. 30-minute MBG quit Sifu and Marlon. Yeah, Marlon is almost 5 hours. Go look at the stream. Almost 5 hours on it. It says, what if Bungie works on Days Gone 2? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. They just Bungie with Days Gone 2. I don't think so. MBG can't stream and game. He loses focus. Oh, really? Is that what it is? I saw him playing, though. I saw him playing. I beat Sifu second boss yesterday next to the museum. Hey, that second boss ain't no joke, bro. Say, hey, Marlon, is Xbox and PS Remote Play portable? Xbox and PS Remote Play. Yeah, Remote Play is portable. I says, what will happen if Sony and Microsoft stop making consoles and completely be cloud service? Obviously would not be good for a lot of gamers, right? Because a lot of gamers love their consoles. Oxtail and brown gravy and rice with planted. Oh, man. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Whatever, I guess. Whatever. I'm not about to... Man, don't get me riled up right now. That sounds really good. Hey, Marlon, did you see that Griffin Gaming just made a new video roasting MBG? It was funny. Oh, Lord. You know, you already know. You already know how Griffin is, man. You already know how he is, bro. Wait to play Sifu. Says want to wait to play Sifu, but I want that physical edition. Hey, you're gonna wait a little bit on it. I ain't buying no physical copy though. I'm good with the digital copy I have. Bro, my PS5 always shuts off when playing games. I had that issue early on, but I don't have that issue anymore. Try to make sure that it's in a breathable environment, and it's not like, you know, in an environment where it can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And make sure you clean your fans. Make sure you clean your fans. Get like a vacuum and stuff. The PS5 has a vacuum section where you can, like, you know, clean it out and stuff. Yeah, Xbox is doing great, man. Yes, sir, Lee. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I sent you pics on Dying Light 2 on Twitter. What kind of pics? What is it about? I don't see any pictures. Let's see. Say, why should anybody? Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah. D, I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow for sure. Definitely gonna talk about that tomorrow for sure. It says, let's see here. God of War does not have a release date. God of War does not have a release date. Nope. Uncharted, the Legacy Edition crashes me in the same place. Really? That's not good. That's definitely not good. You don't want that. Definitely don't want that. Uncharted, the Legacy Edition crashes. Okay. All right. What else y'all got for your boy? What else y'all got for me? Any more questions? Kyle Burrell says, hey, Marlon. Been a fan for a good minute. I usually can't make the streams, but I watch all the VODs. Keep up the outstanding work. Hey, thank you for giving your boy his flowers. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Let me make sure that I get everybody's super chat as well. Oh, Trez with the $5 says, why nobody never talk about the Embracer Group and there's 97 studios? Of course, but they want to say Microsoft is monopolizing the industry. Hey Marlon, have you ever played Remote Play? Yeah, I played it like a while back, but not heavily though. So basically, don't get a Series S. If you can get a you can get a Series S. But most of the games are not going to be at 60 FPS. You know what I'm saying? It all comes down to the scalability of the game and how much developers can scale it to get it to run smoothly because of the limited GPU, you know what I'm saying, power and capabilities and RAM and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, that's really where it's at. But if you can put $200 more on there, I would suggest you get in a Series X. It says, what's good, man? How you been? Hey, J Stacks, just working, man. Just working like a Hebrew slave, man. Trying to stay afloat, you know. It says, you play have VR and horror game? Nah. I haven't really played anything in VR in a while. It says, I figured out how to stream off my PS4. First live stream gameplay ever. Horizon Zero Ultra Hard Mode. Hey, let's go, man. Let's go. Happy to hear that, bro. Can't wait for Horizon and Elden Ring. Busy month for me. Yeah, this is a busy month, bruh. Busy month. Busy month. Busy month. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions y'all got for your boy? Feel free. Let's see where we at right now. Okay, we still got a little bit of time. All right, we got at least. Oh, Gaskin. Let's go with the $20 bill. $20 bill. Gaskin with the 20. Showing love to the show. Let's go. Going hard for February month. Let's go. Appreciate the love, man. Gaskin. Shout outs, man. Listen, Gaskin, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate you and your husband for holding us down on the channel. She says, these super chats are stupid. They never allow you to give how much you want. Anyways, I like First Lady. Hey, you hear that, First Lady? Or whatever, because I don't know. I don't know how much you trying to do. But if you're trying to do more, you could do the Goku in the description. Like, you see where it says Goku donations here? You can click that and you could do however how much you want. But I think on Super Chat, you could do $500 on Super Chat. You could do $1,000 on Super Chat. I think up to $1,000 on Super Chat, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Tango Gameworks is the only Japanese studio Xbox has. Hey, man, like I always say, exceptions to the rule. Streamlabs is a software that I use, but Streamlabs is also where you can donate as well. In the description. Kenneth said there's no second lady. Any PS5 games after? Yeah. Gran Turismo on the 4th. I feel bad for you Sony players. It's kind of sad that Ghostwire Tokyo will be the last Bethesda game. Hey, you know, like I said, PlayStation fans, they already know, bro. They already know. No, we haven't played Nature Boy. We haven't played It Takes Two yet. She's doing Days Gone right now. She's almost at the end of the game. I got my Horizon Forbidden West copy today. Hype. What time you streaming, Sifu? I'm gonna try to aim for 5:30. I'm gonna try to aim for 5:30 for Sifu. Yeah. Because I have to be somewhere at 7. Berg, Brisley, what's up? Get hype, bro. Appreciate the love, man. Let's see here. They said, Marlon, I saw you on the podcast with Zocker and company. Was really fun. Keep up the good work. Hey, we good, man. We good, bro. We good. Thank you for the support, man. I really do appreciate you. Thank y'all so much for watching Game On Daily and everything like that. So appreciate that. Returnal is trending on Twitter. Why is Returnal trending? Why is Returnal trending, bro? Wow, Returnal is trending on. I'm guessing they're comparing Returnal with Sifu. That's why it's trending. I'm like, wait, we getting DLC or like what's going on here? You know? If I'm getting WWE, nah. I haven't bought a wrestling game in a long time. Now, if they send it to me, then cool. You know, I don't have a problem with that. Nature Boy, appreciate the love and the support, man. Thank you. Says that's a different, that's kind of different. Don't you think? I mean, Sony, Spider-Man. Yeah, Deep Patter, yeah. Deep Pitter, yeah. Yes, sir. Says think could be a Ragnarok state of play. Possibly. Next month, yeah, possibly, yes. He says, hey Marlon, you know that mobile DualSense patent you covered, could that be the PS6 controller? I don't know. I think they were trying to expand on that for the DualSense, but who knows? Hey, what SSD do you recommend? I recommend the SN850, or you can get the Samsung 980. I think they call the Samsung 980, right? If I'm not mistaken, the Samsung 980. Yeah, the Samsung 980 Pro is very good. Or you could get the SN850. So the Samsung 980 Pro, that's a very, very good one. Or you can get the SN850. The WD SN850 is like the Mark Cerny edition, and that's a very, very good SSD. So the WD Black SN850, all right, or the Samsung 980 Pro. Says, what you think about new Sonic game? I need to see gameplay. It says, yeah, I've had the next generation since last year. Oh, really? That's good, man. That's really good. Says, you know, dang, well, these fanboys would love a game they hate on if it was in their console of preference. Hey, man, you know how people are, bro. You know how people are, dude. You know how people are. He says, you're close to 50K subs. Are you still doing the PS giveaway? Yes. As far as I need to get back with the team on that, but as far as I can remember, yeah. Let's see here. It says, Marlon, this year is going to be a big year for you. Blessings. Hey, I receive it in the name of Jesus. I decree and I declare the blessings that God has for me in 2022 for our business right here, Marlon Gaming Nation, and for a new house. All right. So we're in the process right now of getting a house as well, man. God is good. You know what I'm saying? God is good. And I'm trying, man. I'm trying to expand. I'm trying to do it for the kiddos and, you know, try to expand more room for my business and stuff like that. So I can maybe do green screen sometimes again for you guys or what have you. So that's in the process, man. So make sure you're praying for your boy. Make sure you're praying for your boy. Yeah, of course, Kim, of course. You already know. You already know the vibes on that. You already know the vibes on that. People gonna do what they gonna do. You know, it is what it is, though. Yes, God is good, man. God is good. God is good, bro. Yeah, it is. It is, Gaskin. It is, you know, it is. You just have to, man. You have to, you know. Sony need to lock Mark Cerny to PlayStation. Oh man, you know, Mark Cerny ain't going nowhere as far as I'm concerned. He says, will you play Dying Light 2? I don't own it right now. I'm thinking of after they update. I'm waiting for them to update it first before I jump on it, because right now, man, I don't know. He said, Sifu is harder than Souls for me. Hey, I'm telling you, Sifu is hard, bruh. Yeah, boy. Sifu ain't no joke. Sifu ain't no joke. Sifu ain't no joke. I'm telling you that right now. It's no joke. It's hard. It's hard. Says, I've got the SN850 1TB, my G, so I'm sorted for a big open world games with 100 gigs. Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. It says, I want you to oh wow. It says, is the Fire CUDA a good SSD? Yeah, it is. It is. Because Fire CUDA is Seagate. And Seagate makes good hard drives and good SSDs. Seagate, Western Digital, and Samsung. Those are my top 3 recommendations. Seagate, Samsung, and WD, which is Western Digital. Those are your top 3. Those are your top 3. So Marlon, they patched it. The game runs fine. They can. They even got another patch coming out in the next days or so. So I've been playing it on Xbox. I haven't come across a single glitch in Dying Light. Oh, that's good. So which one y'all think is better, the PS5 or the Series X version? Colby, appreciate the love, man. Thank you so much for the support, my G. He says, Marlon, God bless you. Always have good vibes. Always, man. Always got to have good vibes. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be, you know, like I said before, regardless of what's going on in your life, always try to output your best. You know what I'm saying? And always try to bring the hype. You guys know I'm the hype man, you know, regardless. You know, I might have an off day or I might have a happy day. The energy is still going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to push myself and try to make you guys, you know, good and everything like that. So appreciate the love, man. Just keep grinding, guys. 2022, we got to keep grinding. We got to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Oh, the Series X version is better. Okay, got you. Okay, good to know then. Good to know. Good to know. You said the PC version is better. Oh, PC. Now somebody else saying the PC version is better. PC, you got unlimited options with PC. You know what I'm saying? You got DLSS. Even though we got DLSS now on consoles, super resolution, aka super resolution, but still the quality and resolution mode does lose frames. Waiting on the next patch. Okay, got you. Since they add in the 120 FPS update on the Series X, if you got the monitor. Yeah, I just reported on that a while ago. Yeah. K Carey says, stay blessed, my brother. Keep killing it at what you do best. Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, man, we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep aiming for the stars and keep doing this full time for you guys, man. We've been doing this full time for 2+ years now, and so I appreciate you guys, man. On to another 15, 20 more years doing this for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Until your boy retires. Yes. All right. Let's see what we're looking at as far as where we're sitting at. All right, cool. We're pushing. We're approaching right now. We're approaching. It says the Barracuda is the most expensive, so I would get the WD with the free heatsink. There you go. 2022 is the gaming year to fly freaking high as gaming news. Yeah, man. I mean, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm praying and hoping. I have a number in my head, and I'm praying and hoping for that number. So yeah, I'm just holding the faith, man, and standing firm and just humbling myself and just keep the grind on for you guys. You know, the most important thing is keeping the grind. You know what I'm saying? Keep the grind going. As long as God is blessing me with health and strength, that's all I need. Everything else can fall into place afterwards. So I appreciate y'all, man, from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank y'all for the support, like for real though. Get Dying Light 2 Xbox. It runs better. Okay, got you. But I got y'all covered, man. I got you guys covered like 110%. Like, believe me when I tell you. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if there's any more news. Loon, what's up? Did you get my information, Loon? The last time, did you get any of my information or anything like that? I just wanted to know if you got anything at all for your boy. Which game you hype for in March? I don't even know everything that's coming out in March. I think, when is Forspoken coming out? Just downloaded Sifu. Let's go. Hey, download that mug, man. Tactical Nuke, Marlon, you deserve it. Hey, Crucial P5 Plus is decent for a good price. Yeah, I mean, Crucial, I'm kind of mixed on that one. Have you tried Dying Light 2? If so, what do you think? No, I haven't tried it yet. Kim says, good night, Marlon and family and everyone. Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for the support. My PO box, make sure y'all hit up the PO box right here, because we paying for the PO box and nobody haven't been sending anything yet. So here is the PO box. If you guys want to send me anything that you guys want to send me, I will definitely open it up on stream for you guys. So anything y'all want to send me, y'all been asking me for years, send me what is your PO box, blah 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 blah. So there it is right there. PO box is still there. It says I have it and it's fine. Okay, got you. It says because fanboys like to rush and defense instead of yeah, hey, people do what they do, man. Let's see here. Only FF Babylon and GT7 is in March. Really? Forspoken is May. Okay. Forspoken is better in Series X and in Horizon. Oh, I don't know. I think it was. What's up? What's going on, Loon? Hey, man, just chilling, bro. Chilling, working, man. Working. I'm waiting for Sifu to come out on my disc G. Hey, I understand. Says I don't find anything to criticize about Xbox. The only thing I don't like, because I think their store prices are ridiculous on their older games. Yeah, it's cheaper just to buy them physical, you know, to be honest. Oh yeah, Ghostwire in March. So Ghostwire and GT7 are probably on my list. Have you ever played retro games? Yeah, I used to play a lot of old retro games and stuff. But not as much, because most of my stuff is at storage. So not as much. It says we got Marvel Man and GT7. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for the support, man. For real though, no cap. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the like button, man. We're just chilling. Q&A time. Let me see here. GT5 is also in March. Oh god, no. GTA 5, nah, man, I'm good on that. I'm literally good on that. I am good on that one. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that one. Believe me on that. I'm telling y'all, I'm good on that one. I am. Honestly, I'm not even that big of a Halo fan anymore. I understand. Gaming and reactions. Let me know once you get that package today. Oh, it's coming today? Oh shoot! So I need to go by the post office today then. Wow. All right, I'll go by there when I go to the store. Hey, oh, I'm so glad you're here. Is the PS5 still up for giveaway at 50K? Let me know. Since I heard that Rockstar is going to charge full price for their next gen version. Hey, there you go. Crossfire X will bring a lot of Western countries players to Xbox. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. I hope that's the case. Yeah, I'm gonna be on Twitch today. I'm gonna play some Sifu today. Just for a little minute though, because I do have to run today. So we're gonna play for a little minute. And then I gotta go get some stuff. I'm thinking GTA 6 coming out 2025, 2026. I mean, probably 2024. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see though. But anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Thank y'all so much for the support. I'm gonna get ready for the Sifu stream. I'm gonna be on there till like say 7. I'm gonna try to aim for like 7:15. So I'll be there until then. All right. So make sure you guys follow me out on Twitch, Marlon Gaming Nation. All right. I love y'all. Be blessed. Be easy. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you're brand new. Turn on that post notification bell and hit the like button on your way out. Love y'all. Be blessed. Be easy. Holla at your boy. Please have yourselves a great one. Bye.